the question is, what happens if the Republicans win the House, right? Because now they're saying, look, they got a reasonable chance. Democratic voters lack all energy and any reason to show up to vote because we didn't get the progressive change we thought we were going to get last time we showed up to vote. Polls show that likely voters, Republicans have an 8-point advantage, which is very large, especially in a midterm election. And if the Democrats lose 39 seats in the House, now that's a lot of seats, but it could happen. It's doable. They'll lose control of the House. So what happens if the Republicans are back in charge? Well, their leadership is telling us now. John Boehner said that he would immediately repeal health care reform. And right after Wall Street reform passed, Boehner said minutes later, quote, it ought to be repealed. So whatever tiny bit of change we got, if the Republicans are back in charge, they're going to look to repeal it instantly. Now, look, they'd have to get it past the Senate. I don't think they're going to get the Senate. They'd have to get it past Obama. I don't think, of course, they're not going to get it past Obama. But that is their intent, right? And now you go to Michelle Bachmann. She's now the head of the House Tea Party caucus because she selected herself for that role. So let's see what Michelle Bachmann thinks we should do if they're back in charge.
How do you feel about the chances for like a little oversight and a little accountability? I might be putting the cart before the horse here, but assuming the Republicans win the House back this next cycle, how do you feel about the chances for like a little oversight and a little accountability with now that the Republicans would have the subpoena power? How aggressive do you think?
Oh, I think that's all we should do. I think all we should do is issue subpoenas and have one hearing after another and expose all the nonsense that has gone on. And it's very important when we come back that we have constitutional conservative leadership because the American people's patience is about this big, so we have to make sure that we do what the people want us to do. Because one thing that you should know is that the most dramatic story that's happened in the last 18 months is that the federal government, before 18 months ago, the private economy was 100% held in private hands. But today, 65% of the economy is now held in government's hands.
Absurd.
Direct ownership or control. This is your future we're talking about. So we've got to unravel that, and we've got to get the private sector back to being private and the government back to being government. And this is the year. I mean, this is it. All of our chips are on November. If we don't get it back and then starve the beast, the House, we have the power of the purse, so we can starve Obamacare. We don't have to fund any of these programs. And that's exactly what we need to do, defund all of this nonsense and then unwind it. So anyway, thank you very much.
All right. First of all, I love that stat she made up in the middle. That's one of my favorite stats of all time. Before Obama came in, 100% of the economy is owned by private interests. Afterwards, 65% of the entire national economy owned by the government. Oh, please show me that stat. Please show me your source for that. What the hell does that even mean? Let alone, really, in a year and a half, he took over 65% of the economy, and the government owns it. I mean, look, they're not. That's the thing about these guys. They don't care. They don't care. They're like, what number should we make up? Oh, 65% of the economy is now owned by the government. Before it was 0% a year and a half ago. Okay. Anyway, so. But the more important thing is, he said, look, what we have to do is if we get in charge, defund and unwind everything. We're back to the party of no, okay? And the killer quote is, I think all we should do is issue subpoenas and have one hearing after another and expose all the nonsense that has been going on. Now, she's not alone. Darrell Issa from California, another Republican, would then be the head of the Committee on Oversight and Government Reform. He says that he believes in the power of the subpoena and that he could use it to cause legislative headaches and political paralysis for this administration. Now, get a little difference between the Democrats and the Republicans. When Democrats were asked to investigate, like warrantless wiretapping or torture or the war or the $10 billion of taxpayer money we lost in Iraq, all those things, they said, well, you know what, we don't want to paralyze the government. Right, and we want to keep going, and they did that in the middle of the Bush administration. Oh no, that would suck up a lot of time and energy, and nobody could get anything done. No, when you ask the Republicans, they're like, oh, we can't wait to paralyze the government. Like, yeah, that'd be fantastic. We just issue subpoena after subpoena. By the way, what are they investigating? Bachmann doesn't mention it. Issa doesn't mention it. Boehner doesn't mention it, because there hasn't even really been any scandal or any charges of like impropriety, illegal actions by the Obama administration, I'm sure they'll make something up. Believe me, between now and the time they get subpoena power, if they get it, they will definitely make something up. But there aren't even any charges right now. But we had clear violations of the law. The Hatch Act, you know, the Torture Act of 1996 passed by Bob Dole. All of these different things that they broke, the Fourth Amendment violations, and we refuse to investigate any of it, right? Or, oh, no, we wouldn't want to do that. We have to look forward, not backward. The Republicans, without any substance whatsoever, they're like, oh, yeah. Oh, if we get it, all we're going to do is investigate and try to bring him down. And we're going to paralyze the government. So why have we been playing patty cakes with these guys? Obama thinks he's going to do bipartisanship. He's going to do bipartisanship with these guys, with these sons of bitches. Okay, yeah. No, if they win the House back because you didn't do anything progressive and you didn't get any of your voters to show up, yeah, we'll see if Issa and Bachmann and Boehner are in a bipartisan mood. Yeah, good strategy. See how that works out for you. We have one party that is totally loathsome, and we have another party that is so pathetically weak. And we're stuck in the middle. Clowns to the left of us, jokers to the right of us.